This whole thing is a simulation. And it's it's real simple. You just go like this. Could you see a future where you could simulate life to the point where you can't tell the difference between real life and a video game? In the future. Like years in the future.
Yeah.
Okay, so how do we know it's not happening right now?
Right. Okay,
Boom.
but I find it very hard to believe that you buy that idea
that's
over the other things.
Because the other things are just things that are made up to make us feel comfortable.
No, they're not. Everything's going to be okay. Everything's going to be okay.
No, I think you're right.
So satisfying.
You said I had little ears.
Would you rather have big ears?
No, standard size ears. Masculine ears.
You have pretty little ears.
No.
Yes.
Compared to, I have a big head.
It's not cool to have big ears, or it's not uncool.
It's really uncool to have little ears.
That's not true. Who said that?
There's no, like a strong man has big hands, big everything. Big
No,
ear.
no.
There's no part of a man's body.
It's not like big ears, big dick. It doesn't work the same.
I love that you were looking for a euphemism,
Well, because it's
and
like-
it just didn't come. So you
It's
were
like big feet. The same thing. Big hands, big dick, big feet, big dick. Everyone always tries to make those like that correlation.
There is no there's no instance where the smaller body part is better for a guy.
Okay.
It's just not true.
Okay, I'm sorry. You have normal size ears. My bad.
They're standard size ears and they're appropriate for my head.
Okay.
Maybe a little. Yeah, they're not little.
I was just sort of saying like your little ears, like my guy. Like I was trying to
see what I mean? But see, that's why it's not cute.
Okay, but I'm trying to be like endearing.
It's not endearing.
Okay.
It's condescending. And it's like almost maternal. It's
actually,
gross.
Talk about condescending. I got in such an argument last night. Went to bed like harumphing angry.
You did?
Because everyone in my house is sick and we were setting up the humidifier. And Matt walked in to check it and it was like flooding everywhere. Apparently it was my fault.
It was.
Yeah, because he always does the humidifier. I don't know. I don't know how to do that thing. So I don't know. I knew how to do it. And he was like, came in and he was like, "You're 40-some-odd years old. Don't you know how?" And I just was like, "Can you not talk to me like that? What are you doing?"
Me or your man?
Both.
Yeah. No, I was fixing the audio on my end.
Okay.
But I was listening to you.
Yeah.
So you screwed up your humidifier?
I didn't. I poured a tiny bit more water in there, but I didn't make it flood. And
So why did it flood?
I don't know. The thing's old. Probably need a new one.
You sure the operator's not old?
It is not user error. No way. No how. Yeah. I don't like when people are condescending to me. And I feel like things are condescending that probably aren't.
But it's not. It's to be like, oh, you're little cute,
Right.
whatever. That's not that's not a cool masculine thing. That's
Okay.
like cool if you're like,
But I mean,
if I was your son who is 8, that'd be like, oh, that feels nice. Even an 8-year-old would be like, I'm a big man now, Mom.
no, Keegan just goes, I'm him. Whatever that means.
So cool.
Is it?
What do you mean, whatever that means? That's
Him. No, you're not.
you don't think he is?
You fart hydrocortisone cream in my face.
Who got the hydrocortisone cream in the face, him or you? I think he might be him.
He's him.
If he can hydrocortisone fart in your face,
Yeah. Oh, is that a thing now?
that might be him.
Hydrocortisone fart?
Yeah, if you can hydrocortisone fart in your face, I think your son might be him.
And he tried to go, that's private. And I was like, nothing you do is private. After you do something like that to me, that's not private.
I could tell because you got him on the FaceTime.
Oh, yeah.
After, and I know that face because my kids have had that face too, where it's like, why would you tell that story?
So embarrassing.
You don't have that. I guess like obviously they wouldn't find your stuff right now.
Yeah.
But you don't have that worry that at some point your kids would be like, why did you tell all our business on your stupid
Yeah.
podcast?
There's definitely stories about them that I've told that they're going to be unhappy that I shared. Right? Like all the walk-in stories, Parker's not going to be pleased about.
No.
Right?
No.
Walking in on the different,
Yeah.
sexual acts.
But it's like you got to be you too.
Yeah, I mean, I got to be me. Sorry, you like your clothes?
Right.
You like the food on the table?
It will probably be a thing. Maybe it'll be a thing. I don't know, probably, but maybe it'll be a thing where in their teens, they'll really resent you for it.
Yeah.
But then once they get a little older, they'll kind of think it's kind of funny and cool.
I think it's funny and cool.
Like if your mom did it to you now, you might be like, oh, you were kind of cool back then, Mom. But in high school, you would have been like, Mom,
right?
I hate you.
Right?
Right?
I mean, she got with Johnny Ramone. I didn't think that was cool until now.
Right.
Right?
Now imagine if she had been on podcast telling everybody,
Yeah.
like, oh,
You're
yeah,
like,
I
"Shut
hooked
up,
up with
Mom.
Johnny Ramone.
He's ugly.
And my daughter's so embarrassed about it.
Yeah.
She sucks.
Yeah.
You know?
Totally.
Like, screw her.
Time changes things.
Yeah, it
Age
does.
changes things.
It does. It does. It does. Well, I mean, we come to you, and I don't know if you heard about this. This is happening, by the way, as we're recording this. Okay. So, you know, we recorded a day or two before, so we may have an update.
Okay.
However, a lot of people are worried about Alicia Silverstone.
Why?
Have you heard about this?
No.
Okay. This is great.
Okay, I'm so happy. Is this about her, like, co-sleeping, veganism? She's got a lot of...
She's always got something going on.
Yeah.
Like, it was, there was like what was the co-sleeping? Like, she slept with her kid until way past time?
I mean, I think even close to 10.
Right. Like, regularly, every night.
Yes, right. And, like, on purpose, not because he wanted to. And that's, like, a parenting thing.
No, it's not.
Okay, that's your opinion. I didn't do it either. I wouldn't do it, but it is
no, it isn't.
a way of child rearing.
No, it's not.
Why?
That's not how you raise a child.
Oh,
no, it
right,
isn't.
properly.
You give a child a bed.
Right. No, I think he had a bed. Or maybe he didn't have a bed. I don't know. I haven't been to her house.
I mean, can you imagine at 9 years old going to school and being like, yo, I sleep with my mom every night?
Yeah, and it's not my
you ever
choice.
seen Clueless?
It's not even my choice.
But he wasn't objecting, though.
No, but I mean,
But
if
she
that's,
was just like,
that's all you know.
this is what we do.
This is what we do. This is how we live. This is how our family does it.
Yeah, that's not a thing.
It's not a thing.
No.
According
There
to
has,
Sam.
but there has to be a thing.
Okay.
Where like not everything can just be permissive because people are different.
Did you ever used to, like, if you had a bad dream or something, go into your parents' room?
If I had a bad dream, yes.
Right.
But I stopped when I was like 15.
Oh. Do you know that if they come in, they're sick or they had a bad dream or something, I'll let them come in bed for that
That's
night.
fine.
Right. I was never allowed. My mom would keep bringing me back, and then if I was like really getting bad, she'd be like, "You can sleep on the ground next to me." Oh. Isn't that horrible?
That's horrible. That's the opposite.
That's also not how you parent, right?
No, it isn't.
Thanks.
It
Good,
isn't.
I agree.
No, that's a terrible thing.
Someone told her never let me in her bed. Again, the opposite.
And she's like you. She just listened.
Right.
She didn't think about it.
I might need to be comforted, held.
Right. That's
snuggled.
what I mean. Yes. Because
She was like, "Bitch, sleep on the floor."
did she really tell you sleep
No,
on?
she didn't say bitch.
No, but the other part.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so you have slept on the floor.
Many nights.
Terrible.
Terrible.
No, if it was like, a couple times a year or something like that.
Yeah.
Bad dreams,
Yes.
sick, eyes little.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, get in our bed.
Yes.
And if the kids come down now, I don't even know. It might have happened like once or twice since we've had kids.
Yeah.
That one of them has come down and needed to sleep in the bed.
Oh.
But yeah, to be like, no, you can't.
No, you can't.
It's like, you're my support system.
Yeah, but like, what do you mean? Like, I'm scared.
I'm scared, and you're the person I go to.
Can you comfort me? No.
No, I need to sleep too.
Meanwhile, she's like one of the most comforting humans ever, which that's just a weird thing. That was like her one thing she took a stand on.
Maybe she just likes to sleep a certain way. Like, I don't like to be touched.
No, it's because somebody told her.
Yeah, that's I thought.
Those were her things. No sleeping in my bed, no tongue piercings. Those were like her main things.
Well, yeah, because she's probably worried that if you got a tongue piercing, you would end up like having a specialty like giving beaches. Didn't miss that one, Mom.
No, I just think I think we've talked about this before. I just thought it would be cool. Like it would be like a fun little thing to play with.
No, but it does. I think I'm saying that I get where you're coming from, but I think the parent would go.
It's always had that connotation.
We know what the signal says. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. So what is she doing?
So no, it's not. And didn't she also like used to chew up her food and spit in her kid's mouth?
Oh yes, baby bird style.
Baby birding. Yeah. Which is there's 0 ages where that's appropriate.
I agree.
Not 1 week.
Yeah.
That baby could be 2 hours old.
And there's like
too old to have
like
digested.
there's people who yeah.
You can't do
We're
that.
not birds. We're humans.
We're people.
We're people.
We're human beings. Top of the food chain. Why? Because we've learned how to build structures and operate complicated tools.
And even when we like don't have all our teeth yet, we still are capable of taking food in without baby birding.
100%. We were mashing up bananas for the baby the other day.
We got this covered. Oh, good job.
Thank you. Baby loved it.
I bet.
Yes.
Sounds delicious.
Yeah, I know, but we didn't have to chew the bananas.
Yo, you didn't?
Nope.
Oh, God, how gross. If I ever
So
saw
gross.
that, I don't know what I'd do.
She did it on video. I saw it.
Okay, I want now.
Well, that's
what
not
weird,
this. That's
what
not this.
weird thing is she doing
That's
now?
not this. So I guess, I don't know, she's in England or something like that.
Okay.
And this video goes up on her TikTok.
Okay, I've discovered something that I can't figure out what it is, and I need your help. I just bit into it because I was on the street, and we were discussing whether this was a tomato or not. It's definitely not, because look at these leaves. Those are the leaves.
So what the heck is this? Because when you open it up, it looks like that.
By the way, there is something so funny about the fact that she still has the clueless voice.
I just was gonna say that she sounds like Cher.
Totally. So what the heck is that? There's that crack
Yes.
in her voice that I go like, I think I forgive you for everything. All the weirdness I can let go of because now you're in that yellow plaid
Yes.
skirt and jacket combo,
Totally.
and
When
that
I-
dude who looks
Yes.
like Luke Perry is telling you got nice stems.
And then Josh,
Paul Rudd.
Josh Rudd.
That's
Paul-
his name's Josh in the movie.
Okay, Josh, that's what. Okay, thank you. That was pretty. Look at me whipping that out. And I just remember I wanted to be her so bad, like legit wanted to be her, that I started smiling, and like I started like trying to like do these weird little lips because she has those tiny little lips, and I remember asking my mom if she could get some of the fat sucked out of my lips because I don't know.
How old were you?
I don't even know what I don't know what I was trying to do. I don't know, middle school.
Yeah.
And I just remember asking that, and she was like, "People get fat injected into their lips.
Right.
We're not doing this."
I want Alicia Silverstone lips.
I was like, I can't even do it.
Right. Right. No, she's got her own.
Her own. It's cute though.
Yeah. And I Clueless has done her
Yeah.
because she can do all this weird stuff, and you go, "Ooh,
Whatever.
Clueless is really great.
You're still her. You're still Cher.
You're her,
You're her.
just like your son is him. You're her. That's really her.
Wait, so she's just walking down the street, pick something out of a random plant, and
Out
put
of-
it in her mouth
Out of a garden,
in New York City?
somebody else's garden. I don't know. I thought it was England.
Oh, you said England. Sorry.
I thought it was England. I could be wrong. She said tomato.
Yeah, that annoyed me.
Me too.
Okay.
Because whether you're in the U.S. or the U.K., you don't say it like that.
No one says it.
Well, in the UK they do, but they say all the words like they're in the
Right.
UK. They don't
Right.
go like American, 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 American tomato.
Right.
What?
No. And they also love their U's, adding their U's.
Like what?
Things that don't need U's. I can't think of something right now.
I don't believe.
Come
you,
on.
man.
No, because Ben does it, our producer, all the time from
He's
Australia.
Australian.
I know it's the
That's
same
not-
thing.
no, it
They
isn't.
do use.
Oh.
Now I need. Yeah, now you're gonna kill me.
You like
Okay, so it's
Ken
like
Bakley?
no. It's like OU things. OU British. Should I?
Oh, you British.
OU British words. Here we go.
Oh, you mean because they go like this? Oh, you British.
Humor or color or honor with a U.
The spelling.
Yeah.
That's not pronunciation. That's a totally different thing.
Okay, sorry.
We're not talking about spelling. We're not talking about writing.
Okay, I'm sorry.
What are you, crazy?
I'm so annoyed that she said tomato. I can't even tell you.
Right. I
It's
get
ruining
it.
my life.
I get it. You've gotten all flustered because on one end you're like, I love her so much from the movie.
Right.
And then the other end is like, why'd she say tomato? Why's she picking things out of people's gardens?
Right.
Why'd she take a bites of strange fruit?
Why do I still kind of like your lips and sometimes think about wanting to suck the fat out of
Because
mine?
immediately when she started talking like Cher, you were like, I love her.
I do. I love her so much. All right, that's not the end?
No.
Okay.
And if I bite it, I don't think you're supposed to eat this. But it's almost like a pepper. Does anyone know what this is?
She's like,
I don't know what it is. I need someone to tell me. I'm in England.
There it is.
Okay, thank you.
I hate that sound.
Listen, this may be a case of oversharing on social media, or maybe it's good that she shared this.
Yeah, like, but what if all of a sudden she just like dropped dead and that was how she went out? She like poisoned herself by eating a random like.
People are very worried because they figured out what it was.
What was it?
Okay. I have it here. I have it here. This is why the concern is here.
Oh, I thought maybe you were gonna
No.
ask me.
It's a Jerusalem cherry. Jerusalem cherry.
Does what?
It is toxic.
It is.
Yes.
So not enough to kill her, but I wonder if she had like bad diarrhea
Well,
later.
it says people looked it up. People are worried because when you first look it up, it says also for human consumption can be fatal.
Okay.
And so you're like,
I was like,
did Cher just
did she just kill herself?
Yeah, did Cher just
Accidentally?
off herself like by eating a Jerusalem fruit? But it turns out that like you have to eat
A
a
lot.
lot for it to kill you, but even a little bit can give you big diarrheas.
Big diarrheas.
So it's like
I'm hoping she's gonna go on now
and explain her diarrhea.
and be like, "Whoa, I got really sick. Do not ingest the things that I went on TikTok and showed you."
This is why people shouldn't be oversharing like this.
Yeah.
Because now everybody knows you had diarrhea. That's probably why she's not posting. I think she's fine.
Or do you think she's still in the bathroom currently? She's just
Yeah,
not done
right
yet.
now as we speak.
Yeah.
I think she's in the bathroom.
Yeah, it could happen.
100%. She ate Jerusalem cherry.
I've never even heard of a Jerusalem cherry.
Me neither, because I don't go around picking. I mean, look, I don't even eat a lot of things that are grown from the ground.
Right,
So I don't
no.
have anything to worry about.
But it is weird that there are people who like what is it? Something in forage?
Forge?
No, it's not forage. forage.
Maybe
Pick
forage.
and forage.
Yeah, maybe.
Kill and hunt and forage. I don't know, whatever
Yeah.
it is. You know,
I'm,
when
no,
you're out
I'm
in the
with you.
wilderness.
I'm with you. I'm not.
And like there's like so many berries and so many things that are like good to like that would keep you alive if you got like stuck on an island or something.
But then other berries that are
there's
so
so
bad.
many that will like you'll drop dead if it even like touches your skin.
Right. Look, I found no.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And I always think too, like, who figured it out?
Right.
Like, who figured out that blueberries are great?
Right.
Not only are they're delicious, but nothing happens to you, and they're superfood. Like, somebody had to test them all out because somebody was like, "Oh, blueberries are great. Oh, I think I discovered another berry."
Right.
And they're gone.
And blueberry is the standalone fruit, so it's just
Standalone fruit.
it is a standalone fruit. Yeah. There's like I feel like that's with anything. Like,
But think about it too, like. People probably were like, "Oh, I heard about these apples.
right.
Adam and Eve ate it, and it
Right.
was so bad. We shouldn't eat apples."
Right. Crab
And
apple.
Some other guy. Well, no, Adam and Eve. It wasn't a crab apple. It was.
With a normal apple?
Well, yeah, but they took it from the. I mean, it was the Garden
I'm
of
sorry,
Eden.
I'm not up on my biblical.
That's true. That's
stuff.
true. You got a different book.
I got a way different book.
Your book's good too, though.
It's okay.
It's pretty good.
It's pretty exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's lit. But yeah, so like, so people are. There are some people worried about
Okay, so do we have the date of when this happened?
today.
Okay, so that's why maybe when this finally comes out, she will have come out and been like, I had the diarrhea is bad.
There's nothing else to say, right?
It was coming out both ends.
That's what I mean. Like, you don't want to. Like, I don't want everybody to know when I have diarrhea.
No.
It's none of anybody's business, and I can't imagine if I was the star of the movie Clueless
Yeah.
that I would want people to know it even less.
Yeah, but the thing is that there's so many people in this world, and I feel like she's one of those people, especially if she's baby birding and oversharing with
That's
that
actually a
stuff.
great point.
That she doesn't care what you
No.
think. It's like a normal bodily function. We're all human. It happens to us all. Like I could see her pulling that.
Yeah, it seems like Hollywood didn't make her weird. It seemed like she had a choice to either
Yeah.
go so Hollywood
Yeah.
she got weird, or kind of leave Hollywood to just be weird like she wanted to be.
And her son is like gorgeous. He looks very much like her, but he's like a beautiful human.
I mean, I get she's a beautiful.
She's a
human.
beautiful
She's
human.
got good genetics.
Okay, back to where people like had to figure out: is this something that we can actually eat? This is something we can ingest. This is something that's poisonous. This is something that's good, like an aloe plant. This will help you if you have a burn. Like who looked at like a
So, because somebody also, they were like, let me rub this aloe on. Oh my God, it feels so much better. And then the next guy was like, oh, I'm going to take these leaves and rub it on. Oh, welcome to Poison Ivy, you
right?
idiot. You stupid idiot.
you moron,
Imagine being the guy, you're like, I discovered something new as well. Oh, it's one of the bad ones.
right? Or like what about like the drugs, like an opium plant? How did someone like because they're saying or like whatever cocaine comes from? What does that come from? A cocoa plant?
Yeah. It's not, whatever.
Not different.
You
than
should know better than I
don't
do.
know. But anyways, I'm just saying there's so many things you have to do to the plants to turn them into the drugs. Who was like, let's see what happens if like
How many leaves got smoked before they found tobacco and marijuana?
right?
Yeah. They were just smoking like this has no effect. And then like they smoked a tobacco leaf and they were like, I gotta do way more of this.
This is the
I gotta
shit.
keep doing this forever. And they were like, wait till you smoke this one.
Or like an ayahuasca, which is in the middle, that's like you would take that, and after you hear about people taking it, it's like you're vomiting and you're hallucinating. You would
I
think
thought you were
that.
supposed to find God.
Excuse me.
Bless you.
That's what I think of ayahuasca.
Yeah.
Yes, you sometimes do because you're hallucinating, but like some of the effects of it are very upsetting and not
But you're supposed to go to a shaman.
okay. But I'm saying the first person who ever was like, I'm gonna
He probably didn't have a shaman. You're
no.
saying. He's just like, what's this? Ayahuasca? Cool.
So
Oh!
I would think that most people would be like, this is poison.
Right.
Like this is not something we ingest. It's just like who is deciding over the years? This is so meta.
Yeah.
Is that meta? I just
don't
didn't use
think
that
so.
word correctly.
I don't think so.
This is so
Deep.
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 What's meta?
I-
Like talking about
Yeah, if we were like, I feel like meta is more
like we're
talking
in-
about a podcast within a podcast.
right. Okay.
You know what I mean?
okay,
I think so.
Okay.
I could be wrong.
Yeah.
But I'm usually not. But
It's like the movie with Leonardo DiCaprio.
Titanic.
No.
I like that one.
Wait a minute. I heard something about this kid. We might have to look it up. No, the
Leonardo
one where he's the
DiCaprio?
dreams. Yeah, the dreams and is a dream and a dream and a dream. That
Inception.
Inception. Love that movie.
A kid didn't make that movie.
No.
That was Christopher Nolan.
There was a kid that recently I just saw that came out that he has been saying things and almost proving that he was one of the architects on the Titanic. Like he's this little boy who has all this weird knowledge, obsessed with it, and is claiming that he was. on the Titanic. He has these horrible dreams. We're going down. We're going down. Like he's reliving it. Don't look at me with your furrowed eyebrow because it could happen.
No, it couldn't.
There's a lot of kids who say things and like have knowledge of things from the past that they shouldn't have knowledge of. And it's like, well, my God, were they from the Civil War?
Or do they just have YouTube?
No. You don't believe in any of this?
No.
Do you not believe in past lives?
No.
Do you think we're worm food when we die?
Kinda.
No. You're not going to be in heaven with me? Or maybe hell.
I might have some catching up to do, to tell you the truth. I mean, look, I think that there is a possibility that there's another plane of existence.
Okay. I like where we're going here.
Okay. I don't think that that's off the table.
Okay.
Another plane of existence.
Plane of existence.
But there's also a real possibility that that computer just shuts down. We exist within this brain, and this brain is just firing stuff,
Yeah.
and it just shuts down.
See,
Because even like, I mean, even in hospitals, when they're like, oh,
the
I
near-death
know-
experiences?
Yeah. And then they're like, yeah, we put drugs in them. They're like, that's what happens when we put drugs in them. Like, even people have near-death experiences. Like, there are other scientists that go like, well, yeah, when you're about to die, your brain just shoots out all
A
the
million-
endorphins to
yeah.
kind of protect you. And when you come
So you're
back from
high.
that, you kind of think like, oh, I saw the white light. And it's like, no, your brain was making you think that.
I didn't even get like a cool near-death experience.
That's-
I got a thumb in my ass.
Right. And you remember?
I remember it because that kind of brought me back too. I was like, whoa.
That's why they do it. You mean when you got run over by the tank?
Yeah.
Yeah.
When I got run over though, like I remember like being in such pain, I was like blacking out and stuff, but like I guess I didn't like die, like go flatline.
Right. And you were probably a little more in shock.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I have a real
Hard time.
tough time because I relate it all together. Like I don't like the psychics, the mediums.
Okay. Oh, I've talked to many mediums that have known things that they could not have known.
Yeah, right.
Wait, are you one of those people who believes the possibility that we're like in a giant video game and like we're like
Simulation?
is that what that's called?
Yeah,
you-
1000%.
Oh, so you believe that but nothing else?
I mean,
you believe we're in a video
I'm like 75% of the way there that it's a simulation. Some of the stuff, I mean, especially, and this is maybe just the way I process,
Okay.
but like some of the like stuff that has happened to me that's like, I've literally wanted this to happen to me since I was a kid and it's happening to me on the highest possible level. I go, oh, this whole thing is fake. This whole thing is a simulation. And it's it's real simple. You just go like this. Could you see a future where you could simulate life to the point where you can't tell the difference between real life and a video game? In the future. Like years in the future.
Yeah.
Okay, so how do we know it's not happening right now?
Right. Okay,
Boom.
but I find it very hard to believe that you buy that idea
Well, that's
over the other things.
Because the other things are just things that are made up to make us feel comfortable.
No, they're not. Everything's gonna be okay. Everything's gonna be okay.
No, I think you're right.
I'm gonna go to
You're gonna
heaven.
be okay.
I know. So like Parker asked the other day, she was like, "So like, what happens when we die? Like, don't you need my body? Like, why would someone get cremated?"
Cremated.
I said, "Because it's your soul. This is just a vessel. It's
This
like a
is a
house."
vessel. Yeah.
Freaking making this shit up.
You don't know.
I don't know, but that is what I believe.
Yeah, no, look.
Maybe to make myself feel better.
Probably.
No.
I stay extremely present and try to enjoy like what's happening right now as much as humanly possible.
I try and I fail at that, but I'm working on it.
Right. Because that's all you're guaranteed.
Right.
I don't
now.
know, right? Anything else. But yeah, no. I mean, I like when I see people doing medium stuff, I'm like, yeah, no, you're taking advantage of
When
people.
they're like, I'm sensing a bee in this
mean-
general. Oh, me, Bobby died. That kind of thing.
Yeah.
I know, but I feel like some people are.
And these people are like so sad.
I know.
And
just
they've lost somebody
yearning for
and they
something.
need connection. And then, the mediums go like, oh, I can give you connection. And it's like, come on, dude,
I mean-
don't mess with people in that state.
I have a personal story.
Go ahead.
Did I ever tell you about 717?
I don't know.
I'll make it very quick.
Is it like, oh, I see this number everywhere?
Well, yes,
Oh.
but that's because I'm hyper focused on it, right?
You
So
know.
after my dad came in to tell me the first person I lost when I was young was my grandfather, and we were super close. And I was freaking out when he was leaving, and we didn't know why. My mom was like, he'll be back in a few weeks. He was not ever going to be back, and so I knew it.
Did they know that he wasn't ever going to be back?
No, he had
Oh.
an aneurysm and died like 2
Shout
days
out to
later.
him.
Shout out, Pops. So,
Rest
anyways,
in
I
peace.
remember, rest in peace. I remember sitting up, looking at my clock. It said 7:17. He brought my sister in, and I was like, "Get out! Like I'm sleeping." And that I just remembered seeing that number, and that's when he told us that he died. Cut to, we keep seeing it, and my mom was like, "I'm sure that's just him saying hi. That's him saying like I'm here with you." Blah blah blah. Make us feel better. Then we had my room redone. We were doing like new wallpaper and stuff, and I came home from school, and they had just unplugged everything. My boom box. Had a
JVC kaboom
good old
box?
boom box,
Yeah.
my clock, all my things. And my mom was like, "Go look at it. You're gonna love it." And I go upstairs and I'm like, "Oh, so annoying. I have to redo the clock because it was flashing 12."
Yeah.
And as I walked towards it, it started flashing 7:17. And then I screamed, and my mom came upstairs and she saw it too. What is that? Coincidence?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
I mean, yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
That it's flashing 12, and of all the numbers and times during the day that it could turn to flash, it's flashing that number.
well, first of all, it wasn't a 24-hour clock. It was a 12-hour clock, right? So the odds are immediately cut in half.
No, there's an AM and a PM. Or you're just saying the actual combination of
Right,
numbers.
yeah, like it wouldn't have said like
Okay.
for 7, whatever it is, 19 o'clock. You know how like if it's a 24-hour
Yeah.
clock, it would be 1917? And then it's like, wow. So it's, right there, 50% more odds that it's just a coincidence. Yeah, no, I really am not moved at all by that story. I've got to tell.
I thought you'd be a little bit like
No, and look, I like it. I think it's fun.
Okay.
I like hearing about exploring cosmic connections and the unexplainable. I don't think we've got the brain figured out at all.
Yeah, we only use like 10% of our brain, they say.
At a time.
Oh, I thought ever.
I know that's
That's
what people.
just me.
That's because that's the first thing they go only 10% at a time. The different parts of the brain do different things. We can't just be like powder bending forks.
What a great movie that was.
No, it wasn't great.
It wasn't?
Nope.
That's a great movie.
Cheeseball movie.
I felt so sad for him.
Because he got bullied, but he was super smart and electric.
Yeah. I feel bad. I do feel bad for albinos. It has to be a very bizarre existence. I feel like you can't really ever go in the sun.
Isolating.
Isolating. You have, I remember.
We know a couple albinos, kids that have albinism.
Albinism.
Yeah.
I went to school with one when I was in elementary school, and he had one pink eye and one purple eye, and I remember thinking it was very cool and saying that to him once, and he was like, "It's not cool. It sucks."
Because they can't.
Yeah, he had
have
trouble
terrible
seeing.
vision.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I also didn't know that white bunnies had albinism.
Oh, I don't know. I didn't know that.
Maybe not all of them, but I'm pretty sure that's why.
That makes sense.
Yeah, they have.
Yeah.
Weird.
Yeah. So no, I mean.
All right, whatever. So you don't believe in past lives. You don't believe in 717.
I mean, I'm not saying it could, but like the idea of like past lives would mean that like there's only a finite amount of souls, and they just keep
Right.
getting plugged into new bodies.
Right, and then am I lying to Parker? Like, is my soul going up to heaven? But no, I got to get on the Titanic and do a new life.
Right. No, that's true.
That was in the past. Whatever's coming soon now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I don't think that kid was on the Titanic. If that's what you're asking.
I got to pull up the story.
Yeah.
It was weird, the things that he was doing and saying. He could have been just a weird kid.
Well, what do you think about that Tyler Henry guy? They just said Tyler Henry's doing like a Netflix show.
Oh, the
Medium.
the Hollywood Medium.
Right.
Love
He
him.
started when he was a kid.
Yeah.
They said he's going to do a Netflix show. He signed a deal to do, and it's going to be live, like every week.
I know. I love that they're doing so much live programming.
I like
now.
live.
Me too.
Monday Night Raw.
Oh yeah.
WWE.
You know, you're all about the live.
It's going to be sick.
It is gonna be sick.
But
Wait,
and
so you're gonna be on Netflix live?
well, I don't know if I'll be on Raw. We'll
I
see.
bet you will.
We'll see. I mean, come on. Life's a simulation, so I don't see why not.
Right?
Yeah.
Can I come one time?
Probably not.
Okay. Okay.
But yeah, I mean, I'll
Yeah.
peek in here and there or anything. But like, there was this guy, and there's all these videos of like this guy, the amazing Randy, who is like in the 70s. He was or maybe 80s. He was like a magician type. He was almost like Penn Jillette is.
Okay.
Where they tell you these are tricks, these are fake.
Yes.
And also that guy who's telling you it's not fake, his are fake too. Here's how he's doing it.
Okay.
Here's how I do it.
Right.
So he would go and like these illusionists would go on like talk shows and stuff.
Right.
And they'd go, no, look at this. This is totally unexplainable, right? And he'd like they'd move a page in the phone book with their hands. And you go, that is pretty
Cool.
incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Amazing Randy would be watching him and he'd realize he's blowing it. Like that's how he's moving it, right?
But how?
He just has his amazing breath control.
Okay.
But it's that thing. It's like David Blaine. He's not a magic man. He just has amazing mental control. He's got amazing physical control. And he'll tell you that, I think. But So they go, so he goes,
I have no control.
no, you'd be a terrible illusionist.
I mean, the worst.
You'd be as bad an illusionist as I could think of.
Okay.
You're great at other stuff, by
I
the way.
am.
You're really good at a lot of
I have
stuff.
other skills.
But so he like ripped up paper
Mhm.
and he sprinkled it on top of the phone book. And he goes, now just shut the page. It's not heavy. Just shut the page. Except he couldn't because if he blew on it, all the sprinkled papers would move. So he was just like, oh, no, the spirits aren't talking to me right now. He's like, gotcha, bitch.
Got it. Yeah, and I would be like, oh, okay, that makes sense.
He'd be like, I guess the spirits weren't talking to
Yeah.
him.
Yeah. I mean, listen, there's people who want to believe, and that's why they believe. You know, if you want to believe, and there's a lot of people who take advantage of those types of souls. I am one of them, and I'm aware of it.
Who gets taken advantage of.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, but it's okay to want to believe and be entertained by it and everything, but to be taken advantage of is never okay.
No, I'm just saying, taking advantage of in that realm.
But
like,
they're messing with your family now.
who?
The people taking advantage of you.
Why? Because they're telling me they like saw my grandpa.
Oh, guess
or
what? I
something?
saw your grandpa. He said, what's up? And you're like, oh.
Yeah.
It's like,
But what if they did?
they didn't.
But what if
The worms
the worms?
ate your grandpa.
Okay.
He's gone.
I think he's in a mausoleum. Actually, I don't think he's. Ah, no, he's in the ground.
Right.
Yeah.
He, by the way, great while he was here.
Yeah,
The
he
shit.
was. He was. He used to tell your grandmother to bring me a vodka or I'll blow your head off.
Oh.
And I would.
Oh.
It wasn't an angry blow your head
No,
off.
but
it was
I'll-
a loving one.
I just want you to know how much I want that vodka.
And it was mixed with nothing. It was a glass
That's
of
so
vodka. So badass.
What a cool dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And so, like, yeah, that's not to take anything away, but yeah, no, I
Okay.
don't.
You just took it all away from me. But
I
that's
don't-
okay.
Yeah. I one time, who was the real famous medium that had like a daytime talk show? John.
Oh, John Edwards. I talked to him. I'll text him right now.
It was so
My
funny.
man.
Yeah, I had, Kevin Undergaro.
Yes.
He had John Edwards over, like, doing his show.
Okay.
Because Kevin Undergaro likes to believe too, and I'm like, no, Kevin.
See, I knew I loved you, Kevin.
Yeah, I'm like, no, Kevin, none of this is. And he goes, well, I'm going to book John Edwards. Nobody's going to wow you. And I go, okay, Kevin. And I was in the room with John Edwards, and he was like, do you believe? I was like, no. And he was like, well, I can't really work with that. And I was like, yeah, it's fine.
So then you left and then let
No,
them...
no, I was in there with him.
So you ruined it for Kevin?
No, I didn't ruin it for
You
anybody.
did.
I let people have their experiences, but I was like,
He said I couldn't work with that.
he
So
was-
you're
well,
bad
with
energy.
With
Oh,
me,
okay.
he's like, I'm not going to, if you don't want to be a
Oh.
part of this,
Okay, so that's him almost proving I need you. Right.
I think that's what it
No,
was.
I mean,
don't
that makes
wanna-
sense.
You know what I mean?
Something like that.
Yeah. So, no. But I mean, I'd love to. I watch all the horror movies and everything.
Are you afraid to die?
No.
Not even a little bit.
Nope. I want to see my kids grow up, but other than that,
Then you're cool. Once it's time, it's time.
yeah, I don't care. Yeah.
Would you rather die from freezing to death or from being in a hot, like from freezing to death or being in a hot place?
I don't know. I
think
feel
freezing.
I think freezing too, because I think that like when you freeze, your brain
Gets-
starts playing tricks on you.
And then you just get numb.
I mean, it would suck in the beginning.
Yeah.
But I think you start hallucinating.
Yeah, I'm into that.
And I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
And plus, then you look like Jack Nicholson at the end of The Shining.
So good.
Which is awesome. Yeah, and burning to death just is like painful.
Would you eat like in the movie Alive? Did you see the movie Alive?
No, but I watched the Netflix movie that they did based on the same story as Alive.
And then they had to they survived by eating each other after people died.
Yeah.
Would you eat me?
Are you coming on to me?
No, I just want to know, like, would you be able to eat anybody? Would you be able to eat friends? Like, if it meant you were surviving, could you do the
If you were dying,
cannibalism?
would you tell me I want you to
My last dying wish is
Yeah.
for you to eat me?
Well, that's what they said. I watched the movie, like the true story, and it was like people were, because they didn't want to at first, because they were like
Yeah, that's
Catholic and
yes,
like
right.
and so like they were really at their wits' end, and they started doing it, and then when people realized they were gonna go, they were like, "I want you to." They didn't say, "I want you to
I
eat
want
me."
you to use me.
No, they said, "I like, please, like,
What?
use
How do you
me to survive." I don't remember.
Use
the-
me.
Right.
Because use me could mean a lot of other things. Just
I got other urges too. I'm not just hungry. Yeah, that was a crazy story.
That was crazy.
Yeah, they ate each, and the only way the guys, there were two guys that left and walked for like I think 11 days or something like that.
After eating their buddies.
Yeah, they were there for like 2 months.
I know.
They ate their buddies a lot.
Oh, it tastes horrible. Apparently we taste like chicken.
Everybody says everything tastes like chicken, and I can't stand it.
Okay.
Because they go like,
Yeah,
will
but
you
you lied because you love chicken. And you don't want to like the
'cause they
idea
go
that
like
you
this.
would.
No. Because they go like, will you try alligator or whatever? I
Yeah.
go, no.
Yeah.
And they go, why? It tastes like chicken. And I go, then bring chicken.
Yeah, fair.
If it tastes like chicken, I'll just have chicken.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah. You don't want like no turtle soup from New Orleans or.
What?
I know.
No.
Turtle's so cute. Why would you do that?
Right. I had great chicken in New Orleans.
Yeah.
It's
It's
great.
an actual chicken.
That's right.
Okay.
That's right. Just chicken. It tasted like chicken. It was great. It was
Okay,
perfect.
good.
It was perfect. You've never been to a medium or anything like that?
Oh yeah. I had Teresa Caputo, the Long Island medium. I had.
Come on.
Yeah, I had Teresa. Oh, that hair. I had Teresa. I had John Edwards. I had I went to one with my mom and some cousins.
Have you ever been to a medium that you were like, that was a little like,
I think no. And now that
You
I'm
believed all of them?
older, I don't believe all of them, but I feel like there's things that are like they might even be like a little off, but I think that those people are able to use more or different parts of their brain than we are, and that's don't roll your eyes at me.
sorry.
Did you just fall asleep?
No. I was talking to
No.
a spirit.
Oh, who was it? What was his name?
I'm getting a time.
A time? I hate you.
77, 77, 17.
717. I don't know. I guess I
Somebody
want
with a J. Somebody with a J.
a J.
A J? Is it a J or a G?
No, Grandpa.
Grandpa. Grandpa. It is. He's talking to his granddaughter.
Mm-hmm. It's me.
He wants to say there was a lesson. There was a lesson he wanted you to learn. There's a lesson he taught you.
He did. Get him a vodka or he'll blow my head off.
He wants you to know he appreciates the vodka. Did that work? Did that make you feel better? Did that make you feel connected? Good. Well, welcome to the Satisfying Psychic Medium show.
Wow, you're good.
Yeah, thank you.
Wow.
Thank you.
When did you start realizing you had this gift?
Well, I mean, from the time I was a child, I realized, you know how some kids are like, I was very lonely?
Yeah.
I was never alone.
Oh, never.
The spirits
Spirits were always
would
with you.
talk to me, but they wouldn't just talk to me. They'd talk through me.
Okay, but also think about let's say that it is real, like a Tyler Henry, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like when he was young, and he does say, "Could you imagine being a kid? You're already scared of everything,
Mm-hmm.
and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, I should be scared." Yeah, that's what he does. He likes to scribble. Yeah. What does it say?
Your grandmother is also dead.
Yes.
How would I have known that?
I don't know. She's old. She was old. I'm old. She must be gone.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I mean, I
You don't have to be sorry.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sorry. I'm the one ruining, not you.
You are. No, you're not ruining. I still believe.
You do?
Can't take my beliefs away from me.
And I would never, ever, ever want to do that.
Yes, you
Ever.
would. Yes, you would very much.
I was at I had some of those life is a simulation. This is all ridiculous.
You did?
Moment. Yeah, I was at Fanatics Fest. Did you hear about Fanatics Fest? this
No,
week?
I don't even know what it is. Like Fanatics, like where you can order like the sport, like jerseys and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
so
Didn't know you were such a
Oh.
sports fan.
well, Fanatics owns the merchandising rights for like
Oh,
everywhere,
Okay.
right?
So
And
for wrestling.
NBA, NFL,
Yeah.
NHL, MLB, UFC,
Thanks for inviting my son.
WWE. And so I was doing shows and so Fanatics Fest was at the Jacob Javits Center.
Okay.
And it was basically, they're like, we want to, I mean, you're going to be, we want to make this like Comic-Con for sports fans.
I mean, it makes sense.
We want to make it that big. So like the Jake Paul, Mike Tyson press conference
Yes.
was at Fanatics Fest.
Okay.
Like Jay-Z was there.
Of course he was.
Travis Scott was there. Tom Brady was there. Gronk was
Wow.
there.
Okay.
The Mannings were there. Everybody was there. All these WWE guys were there.
Did they say hi to you? They're like, yo, what up, Sam?
Who specifically?
Tom Brady.
No.
Tyson? Tyson, I feel like.
I didn't interact with Mike Tyson.
Any of the people that you just said, did you interact with any of them? Or you just knew that they were there?
Man, I saw Travis Scott getting walked to where he was going. It just looks like hell being him. Like,
yeah.
He had to be completely surrounded by security to the point that his arms, and you could tell this was like protocol, his arms were pinned to his sides.
Yeah.
And there were just people around him almost moving him.
Didn't he just get arrested?
Travis Scott?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think he just got arrested.
It's very possible.
Yeah.
But clearly he's allowed to move state to state because he was at Fanatics Fest.
Okay, right.
And just a mob of people just following him, like holding shoes, trying to get him to sign stuff.
Yeah.
It's like,
no.
this is hell. You're the one who wants, like,
I
to
don't
be
want
famous.
that. Well, Chappell Roan, she's saying recently, like, I feel like she could maybe turn people off. I get it. But because she's newly famous, she's like, you're all like stalkers. You're all freaks. Like, there's nothing normal about walking around and running up to me, hugging me, or asking me for pictures. I don't know you. And
That's
then
what
when
Jerry Seinfeld said to Kesha.
Yes, exactly. Like if you walked up to someone random that you never knew, forget if they were famous, and they said, no, I don't want a hug, would you get mad at them? You don't know me.
Yeah.
Which is like hard because it comes with the territory, but she's been at this for a long time.
I don't know if it comes with the territory. I mean, people say everything comes with the territory at all times, and that's not true. Like, you still have to be a human.
Right. And
when you're just like, oh, like if it's one thing, you see somebody on the street, you ask for a picture.
Right.
Oh, would you sign this for my kid? Whatever. But if you're like...
The mobbing is kind of crazy.
The mobbing, hugging, touching,
Yeah.
like that's where it's like, that's not part of the territory, dude.
Yeah.
Like it's not. She's right.
Yeah.
And she probably is okay losing some fans because it's getting out of control.
Yes. They're like finding where her family lives. It's
Yeah.
like a mess.
Yeah. But so like, okay, so I was doing live podcasts there because they had a whole stage set
That's
up.
fun.
It was great. I mean, they had all these First Take was there. Rich Eisen was there. It was awesome. So I had a couple of time slots, and one of the time slots was on the last day, on Sunday, I was doing an interview with a wrestler named Rey Mysterio.
Oh, look at
And-
you rolling your
That's
R's.
right. That's right. Yes, I did. And it was going on at 3:15.
Okay.
And the whole convention was ending at 4. So it was like and it was 45 minutes. It was supposed to be a 45-minute show. It's like, boom.
Yeah.
You go on at 3:15, hard out at 4. I'm like, perfect. Okay, I get there. Right. I'm great. It's like 2 o'clock. I get there. Ray's there. Everybody's good. And then at like 2:20, 2:30, they're like, hey, man, just so you know, Ray's photo op got pushed back.
Okay.
So Ray won't be there at 3:15.
Okay.
I go, okay, well, when was Ray's photo op supposed to be? They go 2:15. I was like, oh, and you're gonna bring him by after. What's going on?
Sorry,
Like,
everyone's
what
sick in my house.
Well, I don't want you to make everybody sick in my house.
I came over when everyone had COVID. Zip it.
So anyway, so so they go. I go, okay. Do the podcast people know that he's gonna be late because he's supposed to go on at 2:15? Now he's going on at like 2:30, 2:40.
Yeah.
Which means he won't be over to the stage until like 3:30, 3:40.
This makes me crazy. Respect my time. Keep going.
Well, it's a convention.
I
People pay
understand.
for photo ops.
I
I'm not
know.
gonna. I'm gonna go like, yeah, of course, go do the photo ops.
No. I'm just saying in general. Like I hate time changes. I hate when it's like.
You don't like dealing with stuff.
Yeah, I guess.
Because I started getting like, ooh, like I love this stuff.
You got excited about that?
I was like, we're gonna have some problems to solve.
That's
I was there.
not exciting.
I
That's
told
annoying.
my manager to stay home. I was like, this one's just me, baby. We're gonna do this, right? So I was like, okay. So I went over to the stage, and I was like, hey, I know this show's on right now, so if you need to concentrate on this, concentrate on that. We'll talk after. And she's like, no, what's up? I go, hey, so my guest, I'm doing I think 3:15, but my guest won't be here until 3:30, 3:40. So can we push to 3:40? And she was like, oh, let me check the schedule. It's 3:15. She was like, oh boy, let me start contacting people.
Yeah.
And she contacted people, blah, blah, blah. It goes. I leave. I come back. She goes, okay, look, it's now 2:55. And she goes, we have to start at 3:15 or not start. She was like, you can go on by yourself and I don't know, and do a show.
See, I'm sweating thinking like.
And
as
there's like a
this is
whole
happening.
audience there for
I
it.
don't like
And
that.
they have Rey Mysterio mask on. There's like a
I don't
whole,
like it.
there's a lot of people waiting for this
Yeah.
thing. She's like, you can go on by yourself or we can cancel it. And she was like, we can cancel it. It's okay if you want to cancel it.
Yeah, but
Like,
that's
it's-
not your style.
No.
No. So
No.
how did you problem solve?
Right. So it's 2:55, right? We got 20 minutes before the show starts. I go, can you give me 10 minutes? She's like, yeah. So then I go back across and I start looking through green rooms, looking for people who are there, just looking for talent. Just going like, I wonder, like,
Will you hop on with me before he can get there, kind of thing?
100%. But it's 3:00. Show ends at 4. Everybody's already gone.
Who'd you find?
I found this other WWE superstar, Drew McIntyre.
Okay.
I go, hey, dude, what are you doing? Totally like,
He was like, I'm just chilling.
he was like, well, he's like, oh, it's been great. I've been here all day talking shit about CM Punk and blah, blah, blah. I was like, oh, yeah, are you getting out of here? He's like, well, I'm going to go do the entryway that WWE has set up. I'm going to shoot a video there. I was like, oh, okay. He goes, then, yeah. I go, you going to keep talking shit? He was like,
Yeah.
what? I was like, you want to go do a surprise bum rush on my podcast? And he was like,
Yeah.
he was like, yeah, I'll do that. He was like, I got to get out of here by 4. I was like,
Oh, plenty of time.
no problem. I was like, I'll get you out of here by
So
4.
you bought yourself time by having him on until the other
And
guy
so-
got there.
And then And then, and then I go, okay. And then I talk to his WWE representative. I go, okay, here's the plan. He goes, cool. And I talk to his security. And I go, here's where I need you to get him from here to here. And this is when I'll have him off and blah, blah, blah. And they go, cool. And then I run back to the stage.
You told the girl.
And I go, we're going. She goes, okay, you're going to go out by yourself? I go, no. We're going to have this guy, Drew McIntyre, come on at right at 3:15. He should be here like very soon. I was like, write me a note when Rey Mysterio gets here and put it on the confidence monitor on stage so I know when he's here.
Right. So
and then I'll wrap up Drew, bring on Rey. And she's like, so you still just need 2 chairs? I'm like, yep, just leave it as is. And she goes, cool. And Hot Dog's right there, like watching all this happen. Like, what the fuck is going on? Right? He's got his big camera with him.
Yeah.
And she goes, okay. She goes, we don't have our MC right now. So the show's about to start. Drew McIntyre walks in. I go, great, you're here. Yes, you're a lifesaver. You're the greatest. GOAT. And she goes, we don't have an MC right now. So we're just going to like do the lights and play some music and you're going to go up. And I go, no, we got an MC. And I pointed to Hot Dog.
Was Hot Dog going?
And Hot Dog goes, he goes, no.
You were like, yes.
I go, yeah. And he goes, no, I'm not doing it. And she goes, okay, so no. I go, it's a yes.
I love it.
And then the sound guy has his mic, like, are we doing this? I go, yes. And he goes, what? I go, yeah, we're doing this, bro. I'm like, it's going to be great.
Did he do a good job?
I'm like, you're going to go up there and you're going to be like, hey, I'm Hot Dog. Welcome to Not Sam Wrestling. Here's Sam Roberts. You're going to be awesome. I go, get up there. And they hand him a mic and he just goes up there.
Did he do a good job?
He was still holding his camera.
Oh, no.
So he's holding his camera up there. It's around his neck. Yeah. You want to hear it?
Yeah. Did he like have a shaky voice or anything?
No.
Yeah, he did.
I mean.
Hey, everyone. How are we doing today? I am going to keep this short. We have a very special show today. My name is Hot Dog. You guys are here for Not Sam Wrestling, right?
Okay, so that already.
I am gonna keep this short.
When he said, "You guys are here for Not Sam Wrestling," right? It was like you're supposed to go. Are we here for Not Sam Wrestling?
I mean, I know that.
It was actually
some noise.
Hot Dog asking,
Yeah.
"Are you here for this? Because if not, you can go."
Yeah. It's actually you're meant to be in a different area.
Are you sure you're at the right?
Wait, is he so embarrassed? Did he think he did bad?
So let's get out the host, Sam Roberts.
So let's get out the house.
He texted me. He goes, "You know what's been haunting me ever since I did that?" I go, "What?" He goes, "Let's get out the host." Hot Dog goes, as I was walking off stage, I'm just mumbling to myself, "Let's get out the host."
Oh my god!
I go, "It was perfect, dude. It was great." Like in the midst of all this chaos, I'm like, Hot Dog, you do the intro.
But there's all like what we do. Like there's always something that you said, did, a face you made that you're like, why?
But that's so great. It's so great. And then go out there and the show goes off without a hitch. Everything seems perfect.
But like you're not going to be like, hey, we need an MC. Hot Dog, you're the guy.
You're the guy.
And that's never going to happen again, probably, right?
Anytime
But
he's there.
Because you love it because it's awkward and it makes him uncomfortable.
Well, I didn't send him up there because he's a professional MC. I love this energy. And then the crowd's sitting there. So now it's like not only have I had to put this whole show together in 15 minutes.
And you did.
But I'm coming in at a deficit because the crowd's like, what's that?
I think I'm supposed to be here.
Yeah. And I go, yeah, buddy, let's go. It felt so good.
You didn't make fun of him?
No, I was like, give it up for Hot Dog.
Oh God, I don't know. I would have been forced to make fun to everybody, so they knew like I didn't actually want this guy. This was
I wanted this guy.
I know.
It was all my idea.
I know.
This is how I wanted this to go. I wanted that introduction. That's my guy.
Okay.
I brought him here.
Yeah.
I got him his laminate.
Yep.
I put him on stage.
I know.
I gave him the microphone.
You just
he
told
said
me.
no.
Yeah.
I
You
said
just-
yes.
It's a yes.
That's how I wanted it.
Okay. And it went off without a hitch, except for let's get our host.
That's part of the greatness.
Okay.
That's not a hitch.
Okay.
I loved it.
I can see that.
Do you feel like you would have?
I would have killed it.
You would have? No, not the intro. But do you enjoy those moments of
No.
You don't like it at all?
No, you just get I'm fully sweating. I don't like it. Even when I have people there, like talent people or like managers there that are making it happen. No.
It's so funny because
I
I'm the
freeze.
opposite where
I'm
like,
paralyzed.
just tell me it's going to be okay. Just tell me it's going to be okay.
Yeah.
Like, I don't like people being around. I'm like, if you just let me take care of this and have as few people. Let me be the one who talks to everybody.
Oh my God. Speaking of, I'm trying to see if I can. No, I don't have it.
What?
Something like that happened, and I was like, "Please tell me it's gonna be okay. Please tell me it's gonna be okay. Please tell me it's gonna be okay." But
You like to be taken care of.
yeah, I do.
I don't think that's a bad thing.
No,
It's just a different way of doing it.
I mean, like I'm an independent woman, but to
Throw
an
your-
extent.
Yeah.
Throw your hand. They played that at the wedding I was at this weekend, and there's this one friend of mine who's like, it's like a source of tension between her and her boyfriend that they're not engaged yet. So she was like, all the single ladies. He's like, don't do it. Don't. All the single ladies. And
Oh,
she was
yeah.
like in his face, and it was like a whole thing.
Yeah, I was like, not cute.
No.
He didn't like
She
it.
was mad.
Yeah.
It triggered her.
Yeah, sure.
It was like, still waiting.
Right.
Still
right.
waiting, all the single ladies.
Right. And they're not that young.
And he was like, you're not single. She was like, yeah, I am.
Yeah, I am.
No ring.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
no, that's
I don't like that stuff.
You like to be taken care of a little bit. A
And-
little bit.
And I hate when people, like, I'll say that. I hate when people, like if a friend is having an issue, I have, like, a friend who will call, and I'll be like, okay, well, how about we try this? How about this? I'll give her options. I'll give her solutions. And then she always has an excuse why that solution doesn't work.
Mm-hmm.
And it's almost like you don't want solutions. I don't think I'm like that. I just freeze, and I can't think of them. But when it's somebody else, I can always help you.
Help solve the problem.
But not for me.
I
Not for
gotcha.
myself.
So you'd probably be like gangbusters there.
If I was there with
I'd be
you.
like, Nicole, what are we doing here? And you're like, well, why don't you check on this?
Right.
And maybe even if I was like, hey, will you go do that for me since it's my show? You'd be like,
Totally. Be happy to.
but if it were your show,
I'd be like,
I'd go, let me go help. Yeah, that's interesting.
It's always been like that for me. And Matt will say that. Like, he always jokes, like, I'm Oprah to my friends. Like, when I'm on the phone, he's always like, who is that? And I'm helping them because I feel like I mean, you're that to me, but I am a good.
I'm your Oprah?
You are my Oprah.
That's
But
awesome.
I'm a good listener. I feel like I'm good about helping someone through a bad situation, but I'm horrible at helping myself.
You can't, can you ever, like, do you ever help people with stuff and then identify?
Yes.
Oh, that's what I was going through. I need to remember this advice.
Yeah, but then I don't.
You don't.
No.
You just can't
like
get to that third step.
I've had a therapist say to me, you're saying that to your friend.
Right.
Say it to you.
You're like, no.
No.
What's the block? There's a block.
There is.
That stops it.
I don't know. We'll have to get back down to the bottom
I mean,
of
do you
it.
like the drama?
No, I mean, I'm sure there's an element of that I thrive on that.
You like
Otherwise,
chaos.
I do.
But that's not necessarily a negative. Like, that
No.
doesn't mean you like
No.
things going wrong.
I like a little bit of chaos, but I don't know. Yeah, and I wouldn't think.
You don't like to feel bad, though.
No.
Right. You like to feel good.
I love to feel
You
good.
like pleasure.
I love pleasure. All the pleasure.
A hedonist.
I am a hedonist, if
Right.
you will. Yeah.
That's where you vacation. Hedonism.
Once, and it was not my choice.
You did go to hedonism?
Hedonism 3. My college boyfriend and my mom was like, oh, our good friend's a travel agent. She'll set you up with something. And that's where she sent two, like,
What?
sophomores in college.
To hedonism 3?
It was like us and like old wrinkly balls. And like,
was everybody naked?
yes. And it was optional to wear clothes at dinner. And we were the only ones wearing clothes at dinner.
At dinner?
Yes.
In the restaurant?
I don't want your balls near my food.
No, there's
Oh.
pubes everywhere.
Yeah.
Oh, that, and you know what that means too?
What?
If you're like, oh, is this table okay? You're like, there was just sweaty ass cheeks on that seat.
Yeah.
Raw ass.
Yeah, 'cause
was
we're
on that.
in-
And scrote.
Scrote?
Yeah, scrote.
You just drop in the
I do drop the sometimes.
Okay. Yeah, and it's in a tropical place, so it's hot as balls.
Right.
Literally.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I remember him being like, "Is this a joke? Where are we? This is supposed to be our like spring break." And I was like,
Yeah.
"I'm so sorry."
And you weren't really Googling like that at that time.
No.
You're just trusting the travel agent.
I'm a fucking travel agent.
Did you ask the travel agent, why would you send two college kids to Hedonism 3?
No, I said it to my mom, and I was like, "Mom, you need to call her and yell at her because it's your friend."
I can't imagine if somebody sent my child to Hedonism 3.
She was like, "Whatever." My mom's was like such a hippie. Whatever, it was fun. Who
Was it
cares?
fun?
I mean, we had fun.
But you were going to have fun regardless.
Yeah.
That's kind of your vibe.
That is my vibe. I had way more fun on all the other spring breaks that I went on with all of our friends. One to Acapulco, one to Cancun, and one to Negril. And I can't even tell you the
Right.
things that happened there.
Because it's illegal.
Some of it.
Okay.
Some of it was just plain, I mean,
Yeah.
just lots of bed sharing, lots of, it was like, I think back and I'm like, well, that was a lot.
Spring break forever.
Yeah, yes, yes. It was me, Selena Gomez,
You were just going to
Ashley
run away.
Benson, yeah.
Yeah, just put the ski mask on, start robbing
Yeah, James
Gucci
Franco.
Mane.
Yeah, James Franco was there. It was amazing.
That sounds amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like
Did you ever go on a spring break?
I went on one spring break.
Yeah.
Yes. Senior year, I went. By the way, I loved it. No, it would have been maybe it was probably junior year.
Yeah.
Whatever. One year I went on spring break, and yeah, we went to the Bahamas.
Oh, fun.
It was fine.
You're just that's not your.
It's not my style.
Your steez, no.
No, it really isn't. We went to like, but we were like, it's broke spring break. Like we went to, where's that real nice place in the Bahamas? You know,
Atlantis.
we went there for a day trip.
Oh dear. So when we were,
She said, "Oh dear." We did. We took the boat over to Atlantis. We were like, we'll spend the day here and be on the beach that's public.
okay, so just so you know, when we were in Atlantis, when I lost Keegan,
Right.
this last November,
Yeah.
there were kids from the island, like from the Bahamas, coming over. Like that was their hang for a Saturday. So you were just with them. You and the locals.
The locals. That's more of my style. I'd rather hang with the locals.
You want to be one with
than-
the people.
I would love to hang with the people.
Okay,
Than to be like,
I got you.
Spring break forever.
Way rather that.
Yeah, well.
You know, I want to be in dangerous situations.
Yeah, you do. You want an element of risk.
I remember there was our cab broke down in a grill, and there was like, it's really dilapidated. Like it's there's a lot of poverty.
Yeah,
when
you
you're
want to hang in the.
when you're off the resort. And I just remember this woman being like, "Have some of my magic mushroom tea," and I was like, "Okay." And my brother was like,
you
"No,"
said yeah.
I was like, "No, don't touch."
Okay.
Okay, let's do this.
It's literally how the movie Midsummer starts.
I mean,
not good.
no.
Doesn't end well.
No, but there's lots of fun things to do.
Yeah.
and ingest in Jamaica.
No, I was kind of ready to get out of college by freshman year. I was like, I did it.
Yeah,
I did it. Me
Yeah.
and Carmelo.
you and Carmelo.
He got out after freshman year. He did it right.
Yeah, well, you didn't play basketball, unfortunately.
Unfortunately, I did not. I didn't have
Could've-
any fat contracts waiting for me.
Could have helped you.
When
Have
I-
you been back to Syracuse to like visit at all?
Only the one time I went to help induct Kid Kelly into the Radio Hall of Fame or the Syracuse Hall of Fame or whatever. it was.
Really? My
Yeah.
old boss.
Yeah, we all went.
I know.
Yeah,
It was awesome.
I guess it was. But that's the only time I've been back.
It was not awesome.
I didn't
There
think
was
so.
a blizzard. He was last. We were all falling asleep at the table. But
That's
like,
right.
I mean, he taught me how and gave me a chance to like do this.
He pulled you off the receptionist desk.
from the depths of despair.
Yeah. That's the only time I've been back.
Okay.
I would go back.
Would you go back for like a game? All my peeps are still there. Let's go. Let's do a Q strip together.
I would go with you
Okay.
for sure.
Yeah.
I would go
Because I'm kind of a townie. And
Right.
you like to be one with the people.
I do.
Because I was
do.
born and raised there.
And
so.
there's something about like, she's one of the like
Yeah.
there's the college girls, but then there's the filthy towny girls. You
That's
know what I
me,
mean?
baby.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
it is.
That's how you want to roll.
And I mean, Syracuse is not a great place.
No, it's
Right.
very. A lot of people that I went to school with are no longer with us.
Sure.
Yeah.
I mean, it's I loved my time there. I still identify very much with the city.
Okay.
Carousel Mall and whatnot.
Oh gosh, my dream when I was a kid was to live there. I thought it
Yeah.
was so cool to live there.
Yeah. The bus station, not too far from the Carousel Mall.
I don't think I ever rode on a bus, but that was because I was little and I was being driven around by my parents.
Sure, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would go back, but like, because I would want to go I guess I would go to a football game, but
I was thinking like a basketball game.
game.
Syracuse basketball.
except there's no good time of the year
No,
for
never.
Syracuse basketball. The whole college basketball season is in the gray times.
Yeah.
Like Syracuse is a beautiful place
Yep.
from May until the first 2 weeks of September.
And then it starts blizzarding.
And then it's gray blizzard
Yeah.
for the rest of the time.
I mean, we never had school off because everyone knows how to
Same.
like to drive in the rain or
Same.
in the snow. Sorry.
But that's how they get you.
Yeah.
Is that they're like, come do a college tour.
When
Either the
it's
last
beautiful.
2 weeks or the
Yeah.
first 2 weeks. I'm
Then
like,
you get there and you're
I
like,
love
what
it here.
did I sign up for, man?
Yeah.
Yeah. I got you.
Yeah. Yeah. But I did learn how to drive. I mean, you're right.
Yeah.
When I was doing like my radio internships and stuff like that and driving around
Yeah.
at like 4 o'clock in the morning,
Gotta be badass.
driving through blizzards like it was nothing. And everybody else knew how to drive too. So it was
Right.
perfectly fine.
Right. Everybody there knows how to drive in that.
the best.
You have to.
It's the
Pretty
best.
badass.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I guess, do you go back often?
I just was there with all of my girls for,
Oh, that's-
for-
yeah.
for the weekend. I go back like maybe twice a year. I still have
Twice
like,
a year you go to Syracuse?
once to see all my friends for a weekend, all my girls, and then maybe like a random like family thing because I have
Family's still there.
I have roots there.
But you don't get to go on campus. Because you're a dirty townie.
I'm a dirty townie. I didn't go to. I went to Ithaca. I didn't go to Syracuse University. Syracuse is a better school than Ithaca.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You went to Ithaca.
I had the best time ever.
I bet you did.
I learned so much there.
Yeah. But you go to the casino in Syracuse,
Turning Stone.
the Turning Stone Casino.
I went to a wedding there for a cousin of mine that I was in the wedding, and my mom was walking to the casino to get to the wedding.
Yeah.
So I was with the bride, and she sees Matt on a blackjack table, and it's like the wedding starting in 5 minutes. She grabs the back of his neck and is like, "Get dressed." He couldn't have cared less about going to the wedding. He was like, "I'm going to gamble here all day and all night."
I do remember, I just had this realization that, so one of my great friends ended up being the editor of the Daily Orange, the newspaper there.
Yep.
And she was like,
The Post.
hey, we're starting this section called the 315, I think is what it was called.
I mean, that is our area code.
It's the area code. And she was like, but it's kind of like an offbeat, like kind of fun intersection of the paper.
Right.
And I want you to do stuff for it. I was like, cool. What do you want me to do? And so for the first assignment, she was like, go do reviews of all the strip clubs in Syracuse.
Oh, they're
I mean, unbelievable garbage.
Oh.
And I went in one night, I went to 5.
And like you didn't even like you like were they trying to get you to like do dances and stuff?
100%. But it wasn't hard to avoid.
Were you just like, no, I'm okay?
That's not how I talk.
Okay, but you know what I mean? Like I'm sure you were like a little bit
not-
nervous.
No, I wasn't nervous. No, I was not nervous.
I used to love a strip club, not a Syracuse strip club.
That's what I mean.
But I
Because
used to love a
it was
strip
very
club.
easy to turn down because I didn't want it. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
like a lot of strip clubs you go and it's like, it's hard to turn down because you want it.
Yeah.
But this one, it was like, no, really, no, thank you. I remember specifically having the vision and then being happy to be able to put it in writing and use my words.
Right.
Because I said that one of the dancers did a dance.
Mm-hmm.
It was a dancer who was rounder than most. And she did a dance where she ended up on her back
Nice.
and flailed her arms and legs about. And I couldn't help but think of a turtle stuck on the top of its shell.
Okay. Using your words makes it way more entertaining.
See? But it's not that sexy, though. So
No.
that strip club didn't get a high ranking.
No. Matt has always told me I'm not into strip clubs. Like who wants someone grinding up on them but you can't like finish the job?
I think that, but yeah, I think men who can achieve in their pants
Right.
enjoy strip clubs.
Right.
And I believe that Matt is one of them.
That can achieve that.
I believe he could.
I'm sure he has before.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what he always said. I'm always like, you're full of shit.
I don't believe him at all.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, you're going to the strip club with the guys, but like nothing's gonna happen because like you don't really like. Sure, pal.
Right. Meanwhile,
Sure.
$7,000 is taken out at the ATM. It's like, why'd you need that much?
Yeah. Really? Like, kind of up there.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm tired.
This has been one.
Yeah, I feel like we really conquered a lot.
I mean, we spoke to spirits.
We did. You did. I didn't.
Right.
But
If
I-
you're listening on audio,
Yes.
make sure you're subscribed on YouTube as well. If you just search Satisfying Podcast on YouTube. If you're watching us, don't we look great?
I mean,
But make sure you're subscribed on audio as well so you can take us with you wherever you go. It's 2 different wonderful experiences that you should be experiencing both. However you're listening, subscribe, listen weekly,
Yes.
tell your friends, leave comments, reviews, do the whole deal.
whole shebang.
And we'll be back to satisfy you in 7 days' time.
See you then.